Hello, my name is Judy West and I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Do you ever have pretty patterned acetate and you never know what to do with it? Well, here's a little card that I've done to give this just a more interesting look. It's like a doubled layer front on the card. And I'll just show you how to do that now. First of all, we need some acetate with a pattern on it. I'm going to have a little piece of patterned paper to go under the acetate, and I think this should look quite nice. Over the top of that, it's still transparent enough that you can see the picture through it. Have a little butterfly. And all of these, the butterfly, the writing and the papers come from the Kazaz range, and there's a link down the bottom to my website if you want to buy any of these papers. Now I'm also going to stamp a greeting on the front, but I'm going to wait and see what it looks like before I add the greeting. And I also need a piece of A5 white cardstock to do this card. So let's get started. First of all, we'll take our white cardstock and we'll fold it in half. And I'm going to cut the acetate so that it's the same height of the card, but it's 1 centimetre wider, or 1.5 centimetres wider, just a little bit wider. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score down exactly where that fold line would be there on the acetate. It needs to be 14.9 centimetres in height. And it needs to be 12 centimetres wide. So this acetate is 14.9 centimetres high and 12 centimetres wide, and you're going to score it at 1.5 centimetres in from the edge. Just do a score line down there, 1.5 centimetres in from the edge. And then you fold along that score line, and you might need your bone folder to get a nice sharp fold along that score line. Now then, once you've done that, take a nice piece of strong tape, and I'm going to run it along both the folded edge there and I'm going to run it along the cut edge of this little 1.5 centimetres piece here, right next to the cut edge there. Now I'll put that on that bit there and tear off the excess. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this to the front of the card like that, so that that folded edge is beside this folded edge. This is quite an easy card to do. So this folded edge is hard up against that folded edge. It just goes straight down like that. Now, once we've got that down, we're going to take this, and this is going to be cut exactly the size of the front of the card. So we need this at 10.5 by 14.9 centimeters. And we're going to glue that in there, or tape that in there over the top of that folded in piece of acetate. So you're hiding the folded in section. So I'm just going to tape this on now. Now, put this in the fold there, and make sure it's going exactly along the edge of the card. Once you've got it in position where you want it, you push it down, and you then peel these other pieces off. Okay, now I've stamped a happy birthday onto this piece of paper, and I've cut it at some funny angles on purpose because I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to glue that onto this black cardstock. Now that I've cut it in, I've glued it on, I'm now going to take my guillotine and I'm going to cut the edges of black cardstock an equal distance from the edge of the white on all sides. So I'm just measuring it against that ledge there. Could have made it wider if I wanted to. I just decided to make it a narrow one. Looks like it might be a little bit. There we are. Now that's going to stand up nicely, stand out nicely. Now you could do it, I did this one on the outside. There's no reason why you couldn't put it on the inside, but I think I prefer it on the outside because it's easier to see. And then I'm also going to cut out this little butterfly and stick it on the outside as well. Okay, so now the way I stuck this on is there's spots on this one. So I used glue dots and I put them on the spots, so when you turn this over you can't see any glue here at all. You can just see the black there and the back of the butterfly there. I put tape just on the lines underneath where this goes and taped it down so you don't really notice the tape when you bring that over. And I've now folded the butterfly wings up beside the body so that now when I put glue on the butterfly I can tape it straight to this here. I think I might make it go that way. and it's just stuck on the cardboard. I'll just hold it for a few minutes just to make sure it definitely sticks. Okay, so here's two little cards, a little bit different from each other, slightly different writing, but that's about all. And different colours, different coloured butterflies. But that's a very pretty, interesting little card that you can make for people. And depending on how many different patterns in your acetate you've got and how many different nice little picture papers you've got to go underneath, you could make a big variety of these. And it mightn't be butterflies you stick on there, it might be dragonflies or balloons or stars or anything you like. I hope that was helpful to you today. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video today, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell to be notified of my new videos.